Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Beth. For all of y'all that have never been here before, welcome. Tonight is going to be a review. This company right here sent me these markers, and I know it's backwards, so I'm going to spell it for you. Tisoso. And I don't have a clue how to pronounce that. Tisoso. It could be Tisoso. It could be Tisoso. It could be Tisoso. It could be Tisoso. I don't know. But that is what it looks like. And I know it is. Yeah, no, it's because of the way I have my camera. But these are a set of 48 acrylic markers, direct liquid system, which means that as soon as you open the cap, the paint starts coming out. There's no shaking, there's no priming, it's automatic. It's a highly saturated, highly pigmented, flexible nib, rich colors, flexible tip, and evenly colored. Now, I'm reading what it says on the thing. Now, when I open it, this is what you get. This is open. Now, I do not believe these colors. They have a cute little heart at the top. I'll pull the first one out and show you. See the little heart at the top? Now that's cute as a button. Now the ones I thought I was getting, they did not send me the ones that I requested. I have to say that straight up front. And I sent them a link to the ones that I wanted. They didn't send those to me. But I went ahead and decided to do a review anyway. Y'all know that I'm honest. I say it like it is. But the ones I wanted were called Black Rod, and this part was black. I preferred those. That's the reason why I wanted those instead of the full color marker. Now, I don't think that, and I told you wrong, I don't think that there was any difference. Not that I know of. I just preferred the look of them. But when I'm looking at this, it does say, shake well before use. I didn't do that. And yes, I did. I did that one. It says Hello Fall. That's a new mold I got, actually. I actually painted these little things on there. And I know everything's backwards, but there is no color. It said brush 1 to 8 millimeter, which, oh, I know what that is. I know why they say that now. There is a number. I don't know if that's a color number right there. But there is no actual color name. Now, I will do this. I got a piece of paper. This is the color. Let's see if it's true to color. It's really close. It is really close. And that just glided on. Now when they say 1 to 8 millimeters, what they're talking about is, and I'm doing this backwards, so I don't know how good this is going to, very thin. You put more pressure on. I can't put more pressure on because, okay. And then you can get even a bigger. See, that's what they're talking about. You can get really thin, and then you can get This is not going to work. Okay, then you can get really, let me get a book. And I'm not going to be holding it up the whole time, but then thicker, thicker. That's about as thick as you can get, I think. So you can get finer lines. And I'm going to just do this so I can show you. Difference of, this is the same marker. So yeah, you can, and then, so I can't do it backwards. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay, and that was just me pushing down, pulling down just a minute, and lifting up, where you can get really cool petals. So the nib is really cool. The colors match pretty good. Let's do another color. This is the very first color out of there. You're getting 48. Let's go with the orange. Okay, and I'm putting, that's a pumpkin orange. Ooh, I like that orange. Let's get it with no writing, so nothing's distracting. They are pretty close. Now this camera, this is a new camera, by the way. It's a new phone. But it matches pretty close to what the nibs look like. Now, this does come with this, which I think is pretty cool. You can actually do a yeah, that swat. It's a swatch. I don't. Okay, you you can do that, and that will give you some kind of reference, and you can put the number up underneath it if you need that. This, I'm a visual person, so I'll just go by the way the markers look. Okay, so this is the first. Then you open it up, and there's more there. There's more there. And then you have those. It's a set of 48. And it's a wide variety of colors. And the case is really nice. I mean, the case is nice. It's very portable. It has a zipper that zips all the way around. And it has a really cool handle. It's a nice set. And I believe these run about $20 on Amazon. So let's just see how they perform. I already did one. And it was this one. And I know it's backwards. And these are new molds that I got. I did the back, I did the sides, I did everything. I did another one too, but these were not with this marker. But I'll go ahead and show you the difference. These are watercolor markers. You've got more coverage on this one. You see how deep that is? You see the difference? There is more opaque coverage of this. And I don't know if you can tell, but the colors cover one another. Now you can't really blend with these. Once you put a color down, if you try to put another color down, it covers it up right away. It does. But that can be a good thing, because same thing with fall. I put one color down, then I put the yellow right on top to highlight. Same thing with the leaves. The leaves will get different colors in there, and I don't know if it's picking it up. But we are going to turn this camera down, and I'm going to paint some of this Eco Pour pieces that I did. And yes, they're new molds, and no, you haven't seen them yet, and yes, you will be seeing them soon in another video. So we're just going to use these markers to color these real fast. And now these have not been sealed in any shape. What? They're just dried out Eco Pour. Eco Resin. It's HydroCast. And I did them outside, and I let them set out on my deck in the sun. They were dry within a couple hours. I'm going to start doing my HydroCast out on the porch. But these were not sealed at all. And see, here's one. I've sanded them down, and that's it. I've not put anything on them. And we're going to paint directly on HydroCast. And you know that most of the time, if you put a marker on HydroCast, it sucks it in. Woo! Like a sponge. And you have to put coat after coat after coat. So what I had to do with the watercolor marker, I had to put, that's got 5 coats on it. You see how light that is? It's pretty. I like it. I like the watercolor effect. But it took me 5 coats to do that. Their marker, Tisoso. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. That was 1 coat. There's a big difference. And they say these are highly pigmented, and I believe them, because that right there, that is a good coverage on Eco Resin. Really, really good coverage. So I'm gonna pause this for a minute, get the camera in position, and then we're gonna paint some of these with the new markers. Okay. I've got a pumpkin here. I've got more of these. I got big pumpkins, and these are all new molds, and yes, you will see them. I've got a really pretty ornament here. Let's go ahead and do the mushroom and a pumpkin and a leaf. Let's do that. Let's see how fast I can get this done. I'm going to set a timer. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Let's see how long it takes me to paint these. And first of all, we've got to decide on what colors. And with the pumpkin, I had that really nice pumpkin orange. And I really do like this. So we're going to go ahead and do the pumpkin. And I'm not going to be real careful. Now, pumpkins don't have to be orange. They can be any color. A light green is real popular right now with pumpkins. I am taking time to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and I know I got it out of the line. That's okay. And then we're going to go with the green. for the stem. And this is hard for me to do, holding it up, so hold on just a minute. Okay, I got this. It's real hard for me to do. Okay, now what we're going to do, because I know their brown is not very brown, we're going to put black on it first. I want a dark background. As you can see, I didn't shake these up either. You're supposed to shake these up. I am not going to keep this black. But as you can see, the coverage is great. Well, I got it on top. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this holding it up because I'm getting it. I didn't have any problem doing it before, but I wasn't holding it out like I am. Which is okay, because this will show you just how good a coverage it has. I got black on there. I just got the black on there. Oh, now it's... I don't want black on my orange. Well, this is blending now. See, before when I did it, I couldn't. I could not blend. Oh, this is cool though. But you see how pigmented that is, because that's black. It's going over. That's cool. Okay. And then we're going to take a lighter green. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. See how it covered it? I guess I just didn't give it time to really dry, because that orange would have covered it. Now we gotta see what color we're gonna put on the inside of the pumpkin. And I think that's gonna be a yellow. You see how that yellow covered up that orange that had gotten in there? Okay, now we're going to try the orange again. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, I'm on a timer, aren't I? I forgot. Of course, you're going to be able to do this a whole lot quicker because you're not going to be doing it like I'm doing it, trying to do it up. Okay, and now we're going to try. I like that black. I almost don't want to. This is not dark. It looks like it would be dark, but it's not. It's this color. So yeah, no, that does not. Okay, let's try something. Because I did not shake it, okay? Let's just see. Yeah, no. That is so much lighter. And I'm almost sure. We'll try it on the mushroom because that's normally, yeah. That's closer than this is. That's a closer brown. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, that's a lighter brown. Okay, but let's just go with this one. That looks darker for me than. Okay. Let's try it. No, that's too light. I don't want that. I want a darker. But that's white, so let's see if being on black doesn't darken it up some. Yeah, it's still not dry, which is amazing. See, it's not sucking in like it normally would. These paint markers glide on this stuff. They do, they glide. I'm going back over it a second time to see if I can get it. I like the fact that you can get two-toned in this a lot, actually. The difference it makes when I do this. I think I'm going to like it the other way. Maybe not. I'd much rather have a brown though. A true brown. Maybe I should go with grain. It covers it really, really well. We'll let that dry. We'll go on to the mushroom one. And I'm using the side of the marker when I go to the edge. You don't have to do it the way I do it. And I got a little bit, but I'm not worried about that. And I'm going to try to do it the same way I did the other. So let's go to the red, which is right here. Wow, this is a true red right here. I'm on the side right here. I'm just using the side of the marker right now. And I am going to go around the edges. And I know it will cover it up, so I'm not that worried about it. But I want the edges colored in. Okay. And let's go with the green. I don't know if I want that color. I want this color. Green, I think. Now let's do let's go with this color green. John and Ashley are coming in. They've been door dashing. They don't know I'm doing a video either. Not the same color green, but that shows you how well these markers cover. And it does cover it good. It's not the color green I want though. Let's go with this color green. Ooh, I like that color green. Even on top of that other green. I like the difference of the color, where it's not all the same color. So you can most definitely use these on top of each other and get a blended two-tone look, or you can wait until one layer dries and then it will totally cover up. So you have two options here. These are great markers, actually. I've never heard of this company before, but when it comes to markers, I've tried a bunch of them, and I'm always looking for good markers at a good price. I like that color green better. Okay, then we're going to go back over the brown, I think. You see how easy it is to use them and slide them right back in? That's pretty cool too. Now I'm going to very carefully try to make sure I've got, okay, it is. And then I think I want to put yellow . I put yellow inside there. I think I want to do yellow in here too. That's cool. Okay. And what color do I want to do? I think I'm going to go with a deep green, maybe. Is that the deep green? Let me make sure. I know I haven't tried a blue yet, but I don't want blue. I think this is the deepest green we've got. So let's go with this. And I'm on the side. That's cool. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole back, just so you can see how well these markers cover. It's like having a paint. Seriously, I mean, these are great markers. I cannot believe, because EcoPore is so hard. I did not shake this either. EcoPore is when you don't seal it first. I'm going to see if I don't have any molds up here, because you know how we are with resin. If we could ever find a marker that would stick on a mold without beating up, you know how they do. That would be awesome. And there's a bunch of them out there that claim not to do it, but they, so far, I've got over 20 marker sets, and so far I have not found one that doesn't beat up on a mold. So we're going to try that out too, so y'all know. That's pretty cool. You can see the deep color. I'm going to set that over there. I'm going to do the back of this. So let's do the back. And I'll show you the true color of the brown. It's not going to be, see how light that is? But that's okay. We now know how to get it a little bit darker. Green and red also produce a brown, or you could actually put a brown glaze over these after using a marker. You could use your brown wax if you have brown wax to make it a little bit darker. And I like the lighter green, so I'm going to make the whole stem lighter green. There we go. Okay, I've got 2 of them done. What time is it? Of course, okay, it took me 24 minutes to do 2. That's not good. But that's not the marker's fault, that's mine. Okay. Let's go with a green background. If I can get this done in 6 minutes. And of course, you know, if I wasn't talking or trying to make sure that y'all were seeing this and trying to do it up in the air instead of down where we normally would be doing something like this, it would not take me nearly as long. I do like this grain. And I do like how it just glides, and y'all can see it for yourself. It's not taking any effort whatsoever to get these markers to work on this. And Eco Resin, for all of y'all that don't know what that is, it's like a almost a plaster, only it's got a smoother finish. But it's a mineral compound. Okay, let's go with, let's do a little bit of red. We're gonna make different Can you see me? Sorry, I put it down because it's going to be really hard to blend these colors up here like this, but let me just try. I can put more grain. because we want it to look like an autumn leaf. Okay, so an autumn leaf. Oh wow, this is pretty cool actually. Can you see that? Oh, that's wild right there. Okay, let's go back to the grain to touch up this part right here. Not the only part. Oh yeah, these two little areas right here. And let's go ahead and get the back. Okay, let's see what time it is. Oh, woohoo! See, I got 3 of them done in 29 minutes. So, and I really do like, and I could add more. I could, you know, make the grain more folly and put a little bit of brown and play around with it if you wanted to. Let's see if you can use, oh, you can use your, oh, this is cool. Okay. Yep, you can do this too. I'll show it to you in just a minute, closer up. What I'm doing is just putting little lines, and then I'm taking my finger and sort of just smearing it. Give it a little bit more. Okay, you see that? I really like that. That's so cool. Okay. So we got that, and this one. And I also did this one with that off camera, but I did those. So I did all 4 of those with those markers. And that's easy peasy. And you can put a magnet on the back and make these magnets. You could put a little string through there and hang them up, or attach them to something else. You can put like a little berry or a little leaf there if you wanted to cover up the hole. Or when you're pouring them, I got 2 sets of these. And on one of the sets, I'm going to cut the little hole thing off, so where I don't have a hole and where it's just one piece. And I knew I was going to want to do that, so I could pour a set with no hole in there. But these are really cool, and the markers are great. Okay, let's do a little pumpkin. And let's do some blending. Let's try some blending. So I'm gonna do some brown. In the seams. Let's see how much blending you can really do with these markers. So that would be good to know. I think you'd probably have to work pretty fast though if you wanted to blend it, especially on the Eco Pour. Now if you were using it on a slick non-porous surface like resin, then maybe not. You might have a little bit longer to work with. I don't think I have any resin up here, or we would try that. Okay, we're going to go with a different orange this time. We're going to go with this orange. I am going to shake it because it says to. So I'm going to put orange. I'm trying not to touch the brown, but I think I've already got it. I don't think it's still wet because it's not blending like the other did. But let's just say I'll put some more on top of it and see how that works. It goes on really, really easy. I could see where this would be so relaxing, painting on stuff while watching TV. And I like to do stuff like that. And with markers, when you're doing something real detailed, you have a lot more control over it than you do with the paintbrush and paint. And this is like paint in a marker form. It's acrylic paint. It's acrylic markers. Okay. Now, and if I don't want them that dark, if I want part of it darker, you see, I got shading by doing that. I love this. Okay. And if I wanted more shading, I could go in with the darker orange. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. I can see using these for a lot of things. And I have to say, I have a bunch of markers, but I've never had markers do this before. This is straight up like using acrylic paint in a marker form. And I know a lot of people say that, oh, this is awesome. Do you see how easy? Do you see how easy that was to get? You see how many shades are already in that pumpkin? It gives it depth. Okay, and let's go with, oh, there's my grain. I left my grain out because I knew I was going to want it for the pumpkin. And you just have better control. Even with me doing it up in the air, holding on to it like this, if I was trying to do this with a paintbrush, oh, it'd be impossible. I would have already ended the video and said, nope, can't do that. Okay. Then we're going to take the brown using my thumb. Oh, this is so cool. And there you have a pumpkin ready to go. And I'm going to paint the bottom because you know that I always want my bottoms to be finished off. And just like that, we have a totally finished pumpkin. How long did it take me to do the pumpkin? It took me 8 minutes to do that pumpkin. Probably not 8 minutes. Look at that. Oh, that is so much fun. I'm not going to do these right now. This is just basically a review for the markers. And I have to say, I'm impressed. I am thoroughly impressed with these markers. And it has surprised me, actually. Because I'd never heard of these markers. And of course, you know, there's a lot of brands I've never heard of. But these are impressive. And I will, the thumbnail will have this right side up where you'll be able to see it. And I will have a link to Amazon. Now, they did tell me that they would give me a discount code for y'all. They have not got me one yet. But even at $20, and I think that's what they are on Amazon. Let me just look. I'm going to look right now, and so I can tell you honestly, and I'll show you what it shows on Amazon for these markers. I don't get anything if you buy that is not the, if they were bad markers, I would tell you not to buy them, that they're bad markers. The only thing I got for doing this video, and I'll be using these, so you'll see me using these over and over again. I got a set of markers. That's what my compensation was. I don't get any, yes, for the 48 colors, and let me pull them up. They're 5% off right now. And this is backwards, but it's $20. $20. For 48. And that link will be in the video. So if you're in the market for a good set of markers for $20, I have Amazon Prime, so I don't have to pay shipping. If I saw this video and I needed markers, would I buy these? Yes, I would. And I'm very thankful that I got back in touch with them and said, yes, I'm interested in trying these out. Because I'm actually really impressed with these markers. So, thank you. I don't want to say this, but thank you, Tisoso, for sending the markers. I appreciate it because I really do like them. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I hope that if you're needing markers, that you'll try these out because I think you're going to love them. Oh, I was going to say, let me see if I have a mold. I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. Okay, we are back. And the only mold I found up here was the snake mold, which I don't ever use. That's probably why it's up here. So let's just see if it fills it in or if it beads up. I want to know. Because if you can color a mold in with markers, with detail, without it beating up on you, and I just pulled this out of my, oh, wow, y'all. This is, are y'all seeing this? Look at that. You mix these in with micas. This is amazing right here. Look at this. Are you seeing that? I really didn't expect this to work. Wow. Okay. Well, now I'm going to pour this, which of course I can't, but let's try. I will have, I mean, this will dry. I mean, it's not like I can't do it later. And I'm going to show you something in just a minute that is just as amazing to me. Now, I have tried using markers for years on resin, and they bubble. I mean, you got to put in, and you think, oh yeah, they're working, and then all of a sudden, it's like you have these, it moves, and it doesn't work. And as you can tell, this is not moving. You see how that's separating a little bit? Maybe it's because this is so detailed. Yeah, see how that's separating? That's what I'm used to. But let's see if we can get it to dry. Because this is so pigmented. Let it set for a minute. Oh, but what I was going to show you, I did find some 10-minute cure polyurethane resin up here. So I thought that we would just see if it was still as good with this as it was with Eco, because this is a real non-porous. There, and see how easy it is on something like this. Wow. Okay, let's try a deeper pink on the inside. Let's see if we can get some of that shading going. I know there's black too, but well, it covers resin really, really well. That's amazing. Okay. I'm going to go get a glass in just a minute because I want to see if it works on glass. Whoa, wee. Okay, I'm going to be using these on my resin pieces. Look at this. Look at the coverage. I mean, that's deep. That is there a white in here? That's what I want to say. Is that a white? Oh, I hope this is a white. Oh, this would be wonderful if this was a white. Let me see. I don't want to get it. Okay, let me try it on one that I know is dry. I just want to see. Oh, yes, indeedy. Oh, wow. This is awesome right here. Okay. Oh, wow. Look how white that is. That's white on white. Can you dry brush on the side? Oh, my word. Are y'all seeing this? Where it's just picking up the edges. Okay. Look at that. Okay. I don't want to mess up the white. I don't want to. I already have. That's the thing. When you've got a white marker, you want to keep the nib as clean as possible. So I'm over here trying to get that off of there. Okay. So okay, this is still going to do that a little bit to your molds, but you can see how if you get a first coat down, it will go on your mold. It does still separate a little bit, but once you get that first down, it will. So that is an option. I still wouldn't buy it strictly for just to use on silicone molds though, because it's still doing that little separation thing a little bit. But I would most definitely, if you want something easy peasy to paint your resin pieces or your eco pour pieces, this is definitely. Let's see how it does with the paintbrush. Let's just see what happens when I put the paintbrush to it. Let's try it on there. You see, I've got the paintbrush. Wow, I don't know. Okay, let's try something different right here. We'll try another color so you can see. Let's try another color altogether. Let's try this green. What I'm doing is I'm putting it on and then I'm going to take the paintbrush while it's still wet and see what happens. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. Now, I used these on wood buttons earlier. They were wonderful. But you see what's happening here, right? You don't have any of that separation at all anymore. You could paint right on. Let's try one that doesn't have anything on it. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of things I would love to color in with marker prior to pouring resin, or even eco pour, and it beads up. Look at that. It's not beading up if you take a paintbrush to it, y'all. You can see it. Oh, I'm excited about this now. Try your markers and see if they do the same thing. If you've got markers, I don't want you going out and buying markers just to be buying markers. If you need markers, then I would suggest that you try these, because I am 100% impressed with these markers. But if you've got markers, I want you to try it. I want you to put it on silicone, then take a paintbrush. Now, I'm talking about acrylic paint markers, okay? And taking a paintbrush and painting it, because it's not separating, it's staying. It's dry. It's not going anywhere. It's on the silicone. You could pour your resin or your eco pour and get that color out of there. So just try that and see, because it works wonderfully on it's staying on silicone, especially with the paintbrush. You're getting a thin layer, and then you can add a heavier. It does well in texture on silicone. It works on resin. Oh, let's try glass. Do I have? That's plastic. Let's try plastic. Let's see what happens with plastic. It does well on plastic. Okay, I'm going to leave it on there for a minute and see if it smears off. I'm going to see if you can blend now this is coated paper. I don't really want coated paper. I want regular paper. So hold up a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have paper. So let's just see if you can blend colors with paper. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, let's try brown. Okay, once it dries though, but you still can blend it on paper. Let's try green and red. Let's see what green and red does. I want to see if it makes a brown, because it should. There's green. If it blends, I probably should have had the red ready. I'm going to put more green down. Okay. It should make a brown, because green and red make a brown. And it most definitely does make a brown. That tells me that's the red. That's the color of the marker. That's just to show you that it most definitely blends, because I did that with this. Okay, so I made a brown, a perfect brown actually, that with these two colors. So you can actually take your color wheel and make different colors. So let's try this. Blue and yellow make green, right? There is a blue. There is a yellow. Now I am going to try the yellow first, because I don't want to get that dark of color. Okay. And most definitely it's a green. Now this is what color this marker normally looks like. So you can see the difference. So yes, you can actually get different color combinations from these by blending them. Oh, that's really cool actually. I did not know that. Okay. See, I'm learning right along with y'all. Now, that's the paper. So far, everything is... Okay, here's glass. We tried it on. Is that dry yet? Oh, yeah, that is dry. It's on there. It's dry. Okay. Oh, this is sort of fun, because everything I'm trying is working. Let's go with this color blue. Who's not tried this color blue? Okay. This is just an extra little wine glass. So let's see if I can make some little... I'm not good at flowers, y'all. Okay. Just not good at all with flowers, but we'll try a little bitty. Right now, it goes so smoothly on. That's all we're gonna do, right? We're not going to do the whole thing. And then I want to put white, but let's do little... Okay. Is there yellow? Let's do yellow. I don't want to get my white. Can you see that? Oh, that was so much fun and so easy to do. And then I could add some color and with the leaves to make them not look so and the same way with the blue. I could add a different color blue. See, this is where markers come in and become really fun, because you can do so much with very little effort whatsoever. Can you see that through the, I'll put the paper inside and hold it up so you can see. Look at that. That's so much fun. Just, okay. So we did paper, we did eco resin, we did polyurethane resin, which would be like regular resin too. We did plastic, we did glass. Let's try metal. Yeah, I have pulled everything I can think of. Let's try the gray. Yeah, let's try this gray. Let's just see. Oh, wow. Oh, y'all, look at this. Do you see that? And see, the thing about markers, they're just so cool because you can get in between and paint. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're gonna it's just blowing my mind right here. Wow, okay. So this is the black. Oh, see, I already messed up. Because I'm holding it up in the air, y'all. If I wasn't holding it up in the air, see, if I was down like this, this would be so much easier. And I'm showing it to you, even though you can't see me doing it as well. I'm showing you how much faster it is because I can actually, without making any kind of oopsies, okay. I just want to show you how easy it is. I didn't do this one. Yeah, I didn't expect to do all this on this video, y'all. I thought this was just going to be a short, little, simple video. That's how a lot of my videos are, though, right? I'm actually excited about these. I hope y'all can see this. Boy, it's hard holding it out like this, trying to keep it steady enough. And I am using the side of my marker. These are like a brush tip marker. I don't know if I said that or not. They definitely are like a brush tip marker. Okay. Now, I know there's some areas I need to touch up. But this is, and I'm going to do this, you may not see this, but I'm going to do this so where I can see what I'm doing to show you what is so great about markers when you're doing this. And because this is acrylic paint, it would be just like, this is acrylic paint markers, this would be just like you're using acrylic paint. And your upcycles or whatever kind of craft you're doing. I have to tell you, I bought some refillable marker pens so I could put my acrylic paint in there. And those 3 of them cost me $13 just for 3 markers, y'all. I could have had a whole set of 48 markers, but I didn't know. See, I didn't know. Now I do know. Now I feel a little silly for spending $12 on those. And I could polka dot these. I could put stripes on these. I could put the tiniest detail on just the little handles. Let me pop that down. You see that? Now, I'm going to go back and cover up the gray. I mean, cover up the black, because I did in spots before I put it down. And it's just that easy. Just that easy. That is just incredible. And of course, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but that is just incredible how you can get okay. Let's see what the light gray looks like. I just want to know. Oh wow. Hey y'all, this would be so much fun. Look at that. But say you just want a little bit something. And you should probably wait for that to dry. But I'm not going to wait. See, that's just so cool. But say you want it to look sort of platy. That is just so cool. That is just so... Look at the detail on that. I could polka dot. Okay, I'm going to polka dot with the light gray. I can, instead of messing up my white. You see that? Now how cute is that? And I would have to paint the whole thing black. I think that would look so cool. And I could do that with a marker. Now I probably won't because I don't want to waste my marker. So I'll probably just take some black paint and paint that. But how much fun. Look at, I'd much rather have that than that. That or that. Oh, this is so much fun. I could sit here and do this forever, but I'm not going to because this is a review video for those markers, y'all. $20 on Amazon, and the link will be in the description. And or you can just go to Amazon and type in Tisoso. And I will check with them. I'll let them know that I got them. I'll let them know that the review video's up. And I will check and see if they can go ahead and send me a link for you to get even a bigger discount, which would be awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, y'all, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's been a while. But my camera went wonky and it just wasn't filming right, and so I had to order another phone. I had to wait for it to come in, but it came in today and I got the video. So I'll be doing another video probably tomorrow. Thanks again so much for being so supportive and being so loyal. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up like button for me, the hype button, leaving a comment and subscribing if you haven't. It's real important. I would so appreciate it if you would do that for me. Thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.